Wait, so you're gonna go to the Attack on Titan world and then try to fuck the female Titan? Alright, so we're doing will you press the button. You will be given a fully functional lightsaber, but everybody on the planet suddenly despises Star Wars. You know, R2-D2, I've heard of it. Hear me out. What the fuck? Is that a robot? Wait, what is R2-D2? Yeah, you're banned. You get 10 million pounds, but someone you love dies. Okay, so I'm guessing that this is referring to pounds as in like money. Someone you love dies. I don't love anybody. So you gain the ability to see through things and walls, but you lose an eye. Oh, that's interesting. That's a good one, actually. Because here's the thing, though, right? You can still see with one eye, but you lose the depth perception. Like, it's harder for you to tell if something is, like, close to you or farther away from you. But I feel like that's not, like, that big of a deal, and I feel like you will get used to it, like, eventually. Because, like, that's the same thing in video games as well, right? In video games, you only have one eye. There's no depth perception or anything, unless you're in VR. And I guess, like, even if you could see through things, what would you even like use it for? I mean, it's one thing I can think of, but you can do that online anyways. You're knighted by the Queen of England. Uh-oh. When was this? But you must ingest only tea and crumpets. I will not. I'm sorry. Wear a suit, bow tie, top hat, and monocle, and speak in 1800s slang for the rest of your life. Yeah, that's just like downside plus downside plus downside plus downside. Why the fuck would I do that? You're the smartest person in the world, but you suffer from severe depression. I would hate that. I feel like being smart is kind of overrated. Yeah, maybe you can like contribute to technological advancement or whatever, but always what I thought kind of was, let's say you work tirelessly and then you actually make like a really crazy development. You don't think that if you didn't do it, somebody else would have done it in like 5 years, you know? Like, let's say Einstein wasn't a thing. Do you think we would still be believing in like the classical mechanics? I really think that someone else would have figured it out. Maybe in like 10 years, maybe in like 20, 30 years, but we would have done it eventually. But then here's the thing though, if everybody thought that way, then nobody would do anything. Wow, so many of these buttons are basically me already. Fuck me. Wow. I bet he's like really smart. He probably is really smart. And that's why he's on the internet playing this game and leaving a comment. Because like he's like the smartest person in the world. I'm talking to the one person that's in this stream. You get to live in any world of your choice, manipulating it to your liking at any time with no restrictions. You're practically god of that world. But you're actually in a coma. Your friends, family, and school pitches in to try and pay off the life support payments, but your family goes bankrupt, plug is pulled after 20 years, and your world ends as soon as the plug is pulled as you die. This is interesting. So this is basically an ultimatum of like a hedonistic life. I don't think I will do that. I don't think I'll do that. Because I feel like even if it was like real world, that I could just like do whatever the fuck I want to in. So here's my theory, right? Here's my theory on like what would happen if you actually became omnipotent. First couple of months will be amazing. Destroy a planet, you know, fly around. Maybe that's gonna be like a couple of years or whatever. But here's what's gonna happen, I think. You're gonna get bored of everything. Because like it goes back to the Minecraft thing where let's say you're in a survival Minecraft, you find diamonds, and that's like, you know, that's like the most fun you've ever had in your life, right? But then if you're in creative and you just spawn like stacks and stacks and stacks of diamond, then diamonds don't mean shit to you. You don't even feel anything about those diamonds because you can just spawn them infinitely. So that's the same thing that happens with like being omnipotent. It's like, why would anything have any meaning to you if you can just do that and just get the best thing ever? So I feel like challenge is really important. Like if I ever became omnipotent, which I won't obviously, what I thought of, which was kind of interesting because I've thought about this a lot, probably way more than I should have. I will give myself superpowers with like clear limits. I will lock away my omnipotence in a box that I can only open if I cut off my hand. Does that make sense? So if something crazy happened and I have to like use that power, then I can still do it. But that would require a lot of willpower, and I wouldn't just be able to do after like one bad day. So it won't be like an addiction to me, but I will still have that option. And it wouldn't matter after I got the omnipotence back and just grow back. Like human mind, a person's mind is very much grounded to challenge. You need challenge. If there's no challenge, then there's no point. Okay, you become the most popular person in the world, but every night at 2:30 a.m. you turn into a potato until the sun rises. Okay. Wait, hold on. So, like, is it like if somebody steps on a potato, you're dead or something like that? Do I still have bodily function as the potato? Or am I just a potato? I don't even think I want to be the most popular person to begin with. And are they going to know that I become a potato? Am I going to be known as the potato guy? Or do I, like, still have to sleep after that? You know, do I... Okay, you can go back in time, bring anything you want with you, but Hitler wins the war. No? No. Why the fuck would I do that? Right? With what? Like, am I gonna bring a phone that has no service and it's gonna die in about 2 minutes? 18,000 people. Wait, let me see the... Go to when Hitler wins the war, kills Hitler. How the fuck are you gonna kill Hitler? See, that's another thing, right? Just because we're in the future, people think you can just kill Hitler. Like, how the fuck are you gonna do that? Do you know how many people back then were trying to kill Hitler and failed? I mean, if you go back to when Hitler was a baby, then yeah, you can do that, even though you will be fucking arrested. But this is like Hitler wins the war, so he cannot die as a baby. And let's say he wins the war and then you kill Hitler, then what do you think is gonna happen? Then like the entirety of like Nazis are just gonna collapse because Hitler died? No. Somebody else is just gonna rise up to fill the spot, and yeah, the world is fucked. Oh, grabs baby Hitler, gives him to Jewish family, teach him to be loving and compassionate human being, makes him a general for the Allies. Hitler still wins war, but for the good guys. But I mean, like, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. How the fuck are you gonna do that? Just because you're in the future doesn't mean you can reliably kidnap a baby and place him into like another family without getting in trouble for it. The majority of the people can't even fucking teach their kids to be compassionate and nice and like whatever, right? How are you gonna get Hitler to do that? You can read minds, but every time you read someone's mind, they know. This is another thing. It's like there's absolutely no possible reason not to press the button here. Because it's a fucking option, man. It's a fucking option. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it all the time. You'll just be able to do it when it's applicable. Like, for example, if you're kidnapped by a fucking murderer, when you want an option to fucking read their minds, even if they know, you at least want an option. Yeah, 35%. Of course. Even though it's pointless in like most situations, there might be a situation where it will come useful. So it's better to just like have it around, even if you're not going to use it very often. You will be Tumblr famous. You are incredibly charismatic, but 75% of people you meet think you're gay. I mean, I can just tell them I'm not. That's already true for you? What are you talking about? No one thinks I'm gay, right guys? Cure cancer but get cancer. Uh-oh. I remember watching you when you only have a few views on your shorts. Keep talking, I'm almost finished. So you're gonna say something super wholesome and just fucking ruin it. Is that what we're doing today? I wouldn't cure cancer though, just so you know. Because I'm pretty selfish. Because I don't want to die. You have a massive gyat, but you have negative aura. Is that possible? You already have this button. What does that mean? You become the next big meme, but it's a really ugly picture of you. I will do this in a heartbeat. Yeah, anybody, like, because I'm gonna upload this on the channel as well. Anybody listening? If you have the power to create a meme out of me, out of the worst picture you can take of me, do it. Like, do it right now. I'll be fully on board with that. Wow, 67% of people said no to this. Really? Do you understand the amount of street cred you would get by just like having that attached to your image? Every second is the worst image of you? Okay. Shut up. You will get all the knowledge of the universe, but you won't be able to share it. Okay, that's terrible too. Don't you think you're just gonna be burdened by that? All the knowledge of the universe. And here's actually the thing. Here's actually why God doesn't exist. Okay? I'm gonna go back to that part of my YouTube career. For every single option, there's an infinite number of things that will happen from that, right? Butterfly effect, right? So how do you measure infinity against infinity? It's impossible. It's mathematically impossible. Your consciousness is just gonna screech to a halt because there's no decisions that can be made. Jesus at the corner? There's no Jesus in the corner. Yeah, there's nobody. There's nobody. You know all foreign languages you want to know, but you can only talk 500 words a day. That will fucking kill me. It will actually destroy me to only be able to say 500 things per day. You won't see me the next day. So I would have killed myself. And I basically know all foreign languages I want to know anyways. I know Japanese, Korean, and English. You stop all major incidences. 9/11. I like how it just says Hitler. But your entirely family tree never existed. So, including me, because then I won't do that. Actually, I won't do it either way. Because if I stop all major incidences, then yeah, like those things won't happen, but that would mean that something else would happen, right? And I don't actually have a way to tell if those things will necessarily be good. World peace is achieved, but half of the human race will die. Like maybe I know who wrote this. You can go to your favorite fictional world, but you have to kill the main character. Eren? Wait, you want to live in Attack on Titan? That's like the worst place to go. But the female Titan though, hear me out. What the fuck does that mean? Wait, so you're gonna go to the Attack on Titan world and then try to fuck the female Titan? My hero maybe? My hero? Because it's probably gonna be easy as fuck to kill him in the beginning. Discover an ultra rare material in your backyard, sell it, and make $1 billion. Okay. But the discovery of the material radiates your neighborhood, kills 10,000 people, and you become scolded on public news. Wait, why do I get scolded? I just discovered it. It was already fucking there. Kills 10,000 people? You know what? Here's the thing though. If you have $1 billion at your disposal, you can donate it and probably save more than 10,000 people. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna press it then. I eat the radiation. Or you can just eat the radiation. I didn't think of that one. You can eat whatever you want and not get fat, but you can never get married. No, that's just terrible. And I already can eat whatever the fuck I want and not get fat. Oh man, 56% of the people said yes to this? That's just sad. You'll become rich and famous, but you can never be in a permanent relationship. That's the same thing. I don't know. I kind of feel like being rich and famous is cool, like right now, but that's gonna get like, you're gonna get sick of that. You think rich people wake up every single day and they're like, wow, it's so cool that I'm rich? I mean, maybe some of them do, but I feel like you get used to it. Because think about it, right? Because there are so many people that are way poorer than me, like in Africa or something like that. They would think the same thing about me. They would look at somebody like me and be like, he can eat a fancy hamburger whenever he wants to. That's crazy. He must be like happy all the time then. But that's not the case. So I feel like being rich will only get you so far in terms of like happiness. I don't think that money can't buy you happiness. It certainly can in certain situations, but it certainly can't buy you eternal happiness. Because McDonald's is like really fucking good. Like you go to like Horror Village or whatever in Africa and then give them like a bite of a cheeseburger, they're gonna lose their fucking mind because of how good it is. But we don't think so because we're so used to it, right? You fall in love with someone who is almost perfect for you in every way, but their one flaw, they'll hate all the music, TV, movies, and books you like. Who the fuck cares? I feel like hobbies are a secondary thing. 59%, what? See, this is the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't really have their priorities straight. Is that really that important to you? Because what's gonna happen? Like, you're just gonna be like, not gonna be able to go to the movies together, have some arguments about that. Who cares? She's perfect in every other way. Because you're not marrying somebody to just like watch movies together. You're marrying them to like actually have a family and like raise kids together. So you want a good mother, not a good like movie buddy. Because I can watch movies and TV shows with my friends. Okay, I actually gotta go right now because I have a class, Korean class. I teach Korean. If you didn't know, there's a link of that somewhere. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.